Coming to you live. The baddest radio TV talk show around.
My better, my better, my better, my better, my better, my better. We got everything politics on the street. We got everything media, TV, the street. We got everything politics on the street. My better, my better, my better, follow my better. Introducing your host and co-host,
Kevin Nicosia.
Hey, we're back. PowerPlayRadioNetwork.com and Power TV. I'm your host, Kevin.
I'm your girl, Kasiva.
And you're listening to My Better Half.
On PowerPlayRadioNetwork.com, and you also can see us on Power TV. And don't forget, you can call in tonight if you have any questions for our guests at
972-730-4322. And now, let's introduce our guests.
Well, our guest is the legendary gospel singer. Should I call her artist, gospel singer?
That's fine. That'll work.
Miss Tommy Lee West. Yay!
Tommy
Young West. I'm sorry, I bet that all up.
Sorry, Kasiva.
How you
Kevin.
doing?
How you
Good
doing?
evening to the both of you.
Yes, good to have you here.
Thank you. Thank you for having me
Yes.
here.
It's been a long time since we've seen each other.
Yes, that's true.
And like I was saying to you earlier, that when I was meeting you, when I was talking to you back over the summer, I didn't know I was talking to a legend, you know. So I am so honored to be in your presence.
Thank
Well, you know what they say, don't be careful to entertain strangers.
Listen,
Yes.
because some of entertain angels
Angels
unaware. I'm
unaware.
not saying I'm an angel, but I am saying it's nice to be nice, and you never know
Yes.
who you're conversing with, even just speaking to, being cordial to.
Yeah,
Bishop Jake says it all the time. You never know who you're sitting next to,
true.
you know. So
I'm a
it's
firm
true.
believer of that. Is that where you attend?
Oh yes, that's my church. Yes, that's my church. I sing with the Bishop's Choir there, the praise team.
Oh, okay.
I work with the Fine Arts Department.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, we're getting ready for our Christmas production because I love doing plays. I love acting.
Yeah, I saw that you had been in a couple plays too.
Oh, yeah.
You've been in
Lots
one
of
recently,
plays.
right?
Probably
Did
the
you
last
sing
production was at the Potter's House. Christmas at Easter.
Oh, okay.
So it's sort of like a big production.
Oh,
Yeah.
always. I promise you. Yeah, it's huge. It's huge.
Is it open to the public?
Oh
People
yes,
come in?
absolutely.
Oh,
yes,
is it?
sir.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm going to
It
come
gets-
see that. You're going to
Oh,
have to send me a
when the
date.
time comes,
Yes.
and then you can, it's all also viewed on the internet by millions. People all over the world
Really?
watches the Potter's House every Sunday,
Okay.
and I think Bible study Wednesday night, and also any productions that we do. Our bishop is quite renowned, so
Yes.
so
We
the
see him
ministry,
everywhere.
the ministry is worldwide
Yeah.
and international.
Well,
Yes.
back in the day when people put on little plays at the church, they was like,
Oh, yeah. We did that.
Vacation Bible school.
Listen, at my dad's church in West Dallas, I'll never forget. We had a little pulpit, and then the members would make a sheet and had a string, and the sheet was across the pulpit, and that was the curtain.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the way it was.
Right.
We took what we had and we made the most of it.
And, people don't know, Tommy, you're from Dallas, right?
Oh,
Born and
yeah,
raised.
Born and raised.
Born and raised. So you guys
Absolutely.
appreciate your legend here.
Well, thank you.
The thing about Dallas, they would say that, I used to hear, because I'm from Houston, that it wasn't Dallas, it was Texas. We just didn't really honor,
Right.
our legends and
Yeah, it's
things
true.
like that. We just, especially music.
Well, you know what the Bible
Yeah.
says: a prophet's not honored in
In
his
his
own
own-
country.
home country,
And
right.
sometimes it's the people that you are around and you're among,
Right.
and that's just the way things are.
And our artists travel outside of Texas. you know, and they're like honored at different
Oh,
places out there.
yes. And sometimes we have a tendency to bring in big names,
Right.
you know, just for the sake of the name.
Sake of it.
Yeah.
And we've got
And
people
we got
here
right
that's
here.
equally as gifted
Right.
and talented and anointed
Right.
that may not have that name, you know, per se. And then we have artists that are, they live here locally. But like for me now, I'm a national artist.
Right.
So it's a blessing.
It is.
But it's a journey.
Oh yeah, it's a journey.
It's a journey, yes, sir.
So you know, I read that you sung at a young age. You know, and
Tender age of 5.
but you know what? I really want to get into, because I like talking to legends.
Okay.
I like watching unsung. I like.
I
you know,
do
biograph-
too.
You know,
I love listening to the
biography
stories
of
and the
somebody's,
testimonies.
You know, because you can learn a lot.
You can.
Yes, you can.
Yes,
You
you can.
can learn a lot,
Yes.
and it gives you a different perspective.
It does.
Also,
Yes, sir.
you know, because things that we count as easy now, legends are looking at and saying, you couldn't have made it when I came through.
Oh my God, no.
You know, chilling circuses and stuff like that. You
No,
couldn't
yeah,
have made it.
no,
You couldn't have made it.
Mm-mm.
You just didn't travel anywhere.
Right.
You stayed in
Yeah.
people's homes.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
you
you
really
can-
experience anything. You didn't pay any dues.
Right.
You know, the old people used to say you've got to get your burning before you get your learning. See?
I never heard that before.
Oh yes.
So you know, I always ask people, you know, because there is, you're gonna reflect back sometimes, you know, like at the stage of your career now, you can remember the first time, you know, approaching the microphone at 6 or 7,
Yes, sir.
and then what came out, and you see the response of the audience, and then your mind said, what are they screaming about? It's got to be something.
My God.
And then what was that feeling like?
Well, you know, at the age of 5, you don't. The only thing you know is that your parents made a request. They recognize the gift you have, and if they say do something, you're going to do it.
Right.
And you kind of you build up that courage, and they give you the platform. You're too young to stand, so they put you in a chair and let you stand there. And you don't want to let mom and daddy down, and because you know how, or you feel you can do it, you just do it. But the thing with me, I was so ambitious growing up. I wanted to be a doctor. I wanted to be a neurosurgeon. Then I wanted to be an attorney. And for some reason, I don't know why, I wanted to be a mortician. The human body and science has always intrigued me. And I went to x-ray school, but the only thing that I bombed out on was the math. It was too difficult. You had to learn 10,000 jillion things in one finger. So as I continued to sing and work in the church, I realized that none of those ambitions were my actual calling. That God wanted me to do something with the voice that He had given me, whether it was speaking, teaching, or singing, even acting.
But you know, I'm going to ask you something personal. Was the ceiling taken away in your home? Because we hold summer camps sometimes for youth, and we helped them write a compilation book about careers, and probably out of 30 students, 10 of them said basketball. 5 of them said dancer. The rest said something about business. And we had to tutor them to have them think of something beyond that. And so you come out and said, I want to be a neurosurgeon. I wanted to be.
I did.
Now back then, you didn't see African American doing that. So how did you get that in your mind?
I was always interested in the human body and in science, even in school. My favorite thing in biology was taking the little frogs and things and dissecting them.
Oh, Lord.
And so when I lived at home way back in the day, before I was just a youngster, my mother, you know, she really nurtured anything that I had an interest in. And because of that particular interest, she would go out and she bought me a microscope. And so my brothers would kill the birds. I'm sorry. They kill little birds, and I had me a little laboratory set up in the garage, you know, and I had different jars, and I took the parts out, and I had the livers over here, and I had so. It was just something. Yes, it just intrigued me
Right. You
how things
you were
work.
gonna do that in school.
Sir,
You were gonna do that in school.
exactly. We did it.
Yeah.
We sure did.
Yeah.
We did that in school. And the human body has always, as I said, it intrigued me, and I've always wanted to do something to help people heal.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you tell me you have migraines, there's something in me that wants to help you find a solution for those migraines.
Yeah.
Because it's a reason for it. You know, so it's still in me. Right now on Facebook, if they'll make a reply that they can't sleep, I'm thinking of teas you can drink. I'm thinking of some spices you can use. I'm thinking of something that I can do, you know, to recommend to help you.
So what happened to make you change your mind?
I guess
about-
just working and singing so much in church all the time. You know, back then we went to church 3 and 4 times on Sunday. So all we knew, our lives were going to church and going to school. That was it. That was it. So, and as I began to grow, I took leadership role in my dad's church, being the president of the choir, directress. Worked in the anniversaries and worked in the church. We cooked. We helped clean the church. We sold dinners out of my trunk in the shopping centers. We did all of that. And I was proud to do it because that was my mama and daddy's church. And so we were proud. I love right now to see families, church families and pastors' families. I love to see the wife working along with the husband. I love to see the children working in the church. I love that. So I guess just singing all the time, and then we started singing in different national and state events. So I said, well, maybe this is what I'm supposed to do. It's sing.
So what at age 5, you said that your mother, father
Yeah,
would request a song. What was your first song they had
Lord
you
have
to
mercy,
sing?
may have been Never Grow Old, something sad. It's something I would sing and cry and be scared to death. But I made it. I don't know how. But it was those kinds of songs, you know. And I would just, the story is I would stand up there, I would sing and cry.
You know, now that's something. I directed choir for almost 30 years.
Did you really?
But that's something I don't see nowadays. I don't see the moving. You know, when you would get up and sing something back then, almost everybody be in tears.
Yes.
You know, when you got up to sing. You know, I mean everything now is, you know, hey,
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
But I don't see them. I don't see.
You
the
don't see a lot of
moving.
real worship.
I don't, you know, it's just the movie.
Yeah,
I might
I
say at
know.
a funeral.
Yes.
I'm just saying naturally
Yeah.
when somebody touches you when you're singing, not like the voice and it sounds good. But
Yes, but the anointing.
Yeah.
See, it's the anointing that destroys the yoke. And you've gotta do more than just be able to do riffs and runs.
Right.
That's a wonderful skill. But singing gospel music is not about you being skillful. It's about you being effective.
Right.
And it's about the anointing. It's not about the things that you can do with your voice and all these pretty little things. It's about you coming out of yourself and out of your, coming out of your flesh and getting into the Spirit of God and try. And when you do that, then you can reach someone's heart. You know, you got to forget about what you got on, or what you're wearing. Singers now, unfortunately,
Don't wear
they're
no
so decked
clothing.
out that you got so much to look at that you don't care about what they're saying, because they're really showing off what they're wearing instead of what's inside.
That's true.
Right.
You know, my daddy used to have a saying when he first started out preaching. He said he would look at the clock, and he would look at the benches. He had 2 or 3 benches. He practiced on my mother and the benches, and he wouldn't look at the people's faces, because sometimes you look at people's faces, you can get very discouraged. But now it's more of a fashion thing now. It's nothing for me to sing and cry. So when I get through singing, I'm crying. I'm on my knees. I'm praising God after. It's not like, well, I just killed it, so y'all come on, get your autograph.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to be like that.
Right.
Real worship is entering into the presence of God.
Yes.
You know, and there are certain songs, and you think about what the words are saying, it'll take you to a place.
Right.
It'll take you to a place and you forget it when you know anything. Your wig may be slipping off, and you may have to come out your shoes or something because you're not you in the spirit realm.
That's true.
You're not in the natural realm. You're in the spirit realm.
Right. Because classics have a place. I was listening to, I know Aretha Franklin just recently passed, and I used to always hear about. I remember when she made the Amazing Grace album. You know,
Right.
I never listened
Oh
to it.
yeah, you never did.
I had never listened to it.
My Lord.
This year, I saw there it said Aretha Franklin
Yeah.
said, "Mary, don't you weep." I saw Yolanda Adams singing, and Aretha Franklin was in the audience, and she was just doing this here,
Yeah.
and Yolanda Adams was killing it.
Yes.
And then I heard Aretha Franklin,
Yeah.
and I could visualize being in that audience,
Just a
in
wonderful.
that in that church.
Yeah.
I could almost like
Oh
visualize
yeah,
it.
being there under that
And I'm
kind
just
of
listening
anointing.
to it on my phone.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
and
You
because
can feel the anointing.
some, and I don't know if women have just now, recently in the last 2-3 decades, because it just wasn't as normal. They have they are evangelistic in their message
Right.
and singing now.
Yeah.
You know, they can
Yes.
roll it off the top of their head.
Oh, yes.
Along with the singing.
Yeah, they're trying to win somebody
Yeah.
over, trying to change. Gospel music is supposed to be geared toward changing lives. The song that I sing is, my purpose is for the message and the music to reach a place in you that changes something in you, that gives you hope, whereby you may be discouraged, maybe wanting to give up and throw in the towel. Perhaps if you may have had suicidal thoughts, and maybe there's something in my song that makes you feel like, you know what,
Right.
I'm better than this. The devil is a lie. He's trying to take me out. That's what gospel music is supposed to do. It's supposed to change your life in some way. It's supposed to give you hope and
Yeah.
give you joy and give you peace.
Yeah, that's what I saw you said, that you love for your music to heal people and help people.
Yes.
And I like that.
Absolutely, because
Yes.
that's what God. Because we're singing about. It's God's work in song.
Right.
It's the goodness and the grace and mercy, and the mighty works and acts of our God in a song.
Right.
And whereby a lot of people may not hear a sermon or even go to church, they may hear a song,
That's true.
and their whole lives can be changed in a verse.
Right.
It's happened. I've heard it.
Yeah,
and I've
I
seen
remember.
it.
I remember. You know, they were doing a little documentary one time, and when "Oh Happy Day" hit the circular radio station,
Yes, it was a
they
big
they
hit.
like to lost their mind.
They sure did. Yes, they did.
but it became a classic.
It did. Almost like
Even
an
to those
anthem.
who weren't even thinking about God, it
That's
became
true.
a classic.
Yes,
it broke
sir.
the barrier to get
It
inside.
really did.
Yeah.
You Brought the Sunshine is another one that
Uh-huh.
broke barriers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was almost like an anthem.
Yeah.
You know.
Have you always sang gospel all your life?
Oh no! I started my professional singing career started in blues, R&B.
Oh.
Oh yeah, R&B. I had a
And what era?
500,000.
What era of R&B?
What era? Oh my goodness.
It was the Motown era. Was it?
Yes,
the,
it was Frida Payne, Johnny Taylor.
Taylor. Okay.
Okay.
That era, back in the early 70s. Yes, sir.
70s.
I had a 500,000 seller unit, and that Tom Joyner made a hit here for 2 weeks. It was number one here in the city.
What was it called again?
Do You Still Feel the Same Way on the Jewel Paula record label out of Shreveport, Louisiana. My producer was Bobby Patterson,
Oh,
who
yeah.
is yet singing R&B today.
Oh, okay.
That was my very first professional career.
Even though I hate to say it, but I never heard that song before.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can find it on the internet now. Yeah, sure was. Started out that.
You know,
I still sang gospel though. I still.
Now that is a question I really wanted because sometimes we have artists, we have people come through and do interviews
All
and
the
stuff,
time.
but since there is a legendary life that many artists back in the day, Sam Cooke, Aretha Franklin, made their decision, to go into the circular world. And how do you balance? How do you balance that? Because even though you do that, people say, "Well, my heart was still in gospel music." But how did you balance that? Because some go out there and never get back to the
That's
church.
true. That's very true.
They never get back. And sometimes they go out there and they never left. Or,
Yes, sir.
But some said that there wasn't the same type of not reward but earnings in the church.
True.
Music was a circular, so they had to go out and make a living there. Because when you would go out, back then, you splitting money, 5, 6, 7 people, and somebody comes along and say, "Man, look here, I can get you this deal, and you can go out there and do like these other people." And
Well,
make
for
some
me,
money."
it wasn't about the money. I was singing in nightclubs and supper clubs at the time, and Bobby Patterson would come to the supper clubs and sit in the audience, and he finally approached me and asked me, and I asked my parents. I think I was married at the time. I don't think I was. No, I prayed over it, and I wasn't doing anything major, so I accepted the offer. Went to Shreveport and recorded, and although it afforded me opportunities to sing with Kool and the Gang, and oh my goodness,
I saw you sing with Teddy Pendergrass.
so many of the artists, all of the artists, we shared
Yeah.
the same stage. But there was a longing in my soul. The money was good, back then. If you made $500, that was
Yeah,
like
that was
$5,000. We come home from the gig, we called it. Come to the hotel, and we just throw the money up all in the ceiling. It would fall all on the floor, on the bed. But there still was a longing in my soul. I remember so many times, you mentioned Chitlin Circuit. I remember before going on stage in the little clubs, they still smoked cigarettes then, they drank. And the artists had to stand back, and we had to stand in the kitchen before we could come on stage. That was the area we had to stand. And a lot of times I used to say, well, sometimes in my testifying, that I'd come on stage smelling like hamburgers and onions, because that was our holding place. We didn't have any gorgeous places to stand and sit. We had to stand back there in the kitchen, and they were cooking. So when they called your name, you just came on there smelling like a fried chicken dinner.
I saw that in a documentary. Temptation was singing at the Copa. And they were standing in the kitchen.
Yes, sir. That's the way it was. That's the way it was. Yes.
Wow, I
yes.
didn't know that.
So it wasn't about the money. The money was good, but there was a longing in my soul. And I decided that I wanted to return to my roots, which was gospel. And I told the Lord, I said, Lord, you gave me the gift. And I want to go back and take the gift that you have given me and use it for your glory and for your honor in your service.
What was the difference in the gospel crowd response versus the circle?
Lord have mercy. It was a big old difference. It was a huge difference because, first of all, I shall never forget how my mother supported me. She was a big-time missionary, but she wasn't too much of a missionary not to come to the nightclubs to hear her baby sing. Back at the, I can't think of the place now where they used to have the, not the Sportatorium. They had a lot of the blues shows. My mother would stand there at the stage with all of the other hundreds of women crying just like they were crying. Because that's her baby. And I have to,
proud.
I have to say that the world really appreciates what you have to offer. They're supportive. They really are affected by it, and sometimes I have to say that in the church, you can sing until your throat is sore. People just sit and just look at you and won't move. Sometimes they won't support. They'll give their children $50, $75, $150 $250 to go to see a secular artist, but they won't pay a $10, $15, $20, $25 ticket to go see a gospel artist,
Right.
and won't buy a CD. They'd rather, back then they would rather record off the radio than go get the CDs. See, we didn't have CDs back then, but they're very supportive, I have to say. That was the difference. But one thing I love about my dad, he had his minister friends that would tell him, "You mean to tell me you're going to let her sing in your choir? And she's out there singing blues." He said, "What do you expect me to do? I'm not going to put her out." I heard they said Aretha had the same experience.
Yeah.
There were people telling C.L. Franklin that she was, wasn't fit to work in a church because she was singing blues. My father said, "That's my child." He didn't turn his back on me because of the type of music that I was singing. I was sending my tithes. Daddy was enjoying that part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was sending my tithes, Western Union,
Yeah.
and and he was supported in that. He didn't really support what I did, but yet he didn't turn his back on me either.
And I'm going to talk about what you just talked about because like I said, I read a lot of documentaries. Yeah, Sam Cooke went the same thing, Aretha Franklin.
Yeah.
But talking about that choosing of your child versus people in the naysayers, and we're going to talk about that when we take a break.
Okay.
And come back in a few minutes. And this is Power Play, My Better Half, and we'll be right back. Hey, we're back and we're on PowerPlayRadioNetwork.com and Power TV. I'm your host, Kevin,
And I'm your girl, Cassiva,
and you're listening to My Better Half.
on PowerPlayRadioNetwork.com, and you're also watching us on Power TV. And you can call in tonight if you have any questions for Miss Tommy West, Young West.
And that's at 972-730-4322.
And like we said, we was enjoying the conversation with Miss Tommy because she's a legendary here in Dallas, out of Dallas, Texas, as a matter of fact. Growed up as a young girl singing at the age of 5, and she's done a lot of stuff. I was looking at some accolades, and she's did a film soundtrack for Cicely Tyson in the film A Woman Called Moses. I saw that movie too.
Yes.
Yeah, good movie. Since then, she has released 5 gospel records and recorded a song, A Path in the Sea, that was written and framed for her pastor, T.D. Jakes. I mean, she just, it's a lot of things she's done. She sang with Yolanda Adams, Shirley Caesar, Donna Lawrence, Kim Burrell, Mary, the Hawkins family.
Who was your influence? I know sometimes at a young age when you're 5, you're not really thinking about it, but as you grow,
Yeah.
you take on somebody's style. You may not take on their voice, but you take on somebody's style somewhere that impresses you on how they deliver a message.
Well, you know, I loved so many artists, and I love so many genres of music. I always loved jazz. I used to order jazz records when I was a teenager at home. I love opera. I'd order the White Swan. And so I just have a general love for music, and I love all of the artists. Of course, I listen to a lot of Aretha, Bill Withers, and Isaac Hayes, and Shirley Caesar, and all of those, James Cleveland, all those artists. So I really just, I don't really have. Aretha's always been my favorite singer of all time, of course. My favorite. And I love Roberta Flack. You don't hear her name very much.
Yeah.
You remember
I love
Roberta
her.
Flack?
I love her.
Oh, I
yes.
adore Roberta Flack. And what I
Yes.
love about her, it's almost like she sings effortlessly. She you've never heard her growl or scream or anything, and she just sings beautifully and classy. And you can keep your voice preserved more and longer like that too. So I've loved Roberta Flack. I've listened to a lot of. She's another one of my all-time favorites.
I have a friend on here, Karen. She said, ask you, do you remember a song called Waiting for My Child to Come Home?
I think so. Who's the artist?
Who's the artist, Karen? I don't know, I have to wait till she get back with me.
Waiting for my child.
She
to
said,
come
whenever
home.
I get sad, upset, I start singing my gospel songs and it soothes me.
Yes, and that's what we were talking about.
You
But
said-
gospel music is how it's supposed to affect you.
Yes.
You know, when there's some certain songs and certain genres you can hear in your car if you want to. You'll run into somebody.
Yeah.
It'll make you have a headache. Your eyes are crossed. You're confused. Makes your head hurt. But gospel music is soothing to the soul.
Yes, it is.
brings peace and calm.
Yeah. And some, and that's another thing, there's 3 things. You got songs, hymns, and you got spiritual songs. They're just songs with a spiritual meaning.
Oh, my God,
And when
yes.
you say Roberta Flack, I remember when I was in college. She had that Dark Blue album.
Yes.
That had The Closer I Get to You on
Uh-huh.
it. And she heard This Time I'll Be Sweeter.
Yes.
Oh, man.
You know what my favorite song about Roberta Flack is? Trade Winds.
Oof.
Oh, I used to love Trade Winds. And I think I have it in my music repertoire.
What's in your
myself.
iPods? What do you listen to
Oh,
when
my.
you're not
I've got
listening to your
Candy
gospel?
West, my daughter.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got Candy's first,
So-
her very first live recording.
What is her song called?
Her single was Turnaround.
Okay.
That was the name of her entire project. She did a live project, Candy West, Turnaround. And then Peaches has somewhat of a secular pop thing. I've got her on there. I've got a lot of the Dallas artists as well as other artists.
Is there some music out there that you don't care for to listen to at all?
Well, you
Like-
know, and I love rap, but there's some of it that's just,
Yeah.
I don't, of course, care for any music that degrades women
Yes.
and that profane language and things like that. But if it's got there are some country western that I love.
Yeah.
Because country and western music tells a story.
Story.
It's
It does.
amazing.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
amazing. People like Dolly Parton are amazing writers.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She wrote "I Will Always Love You" to
Yeah,
Whitney
that's
Houston. And that's how gifted she is.
Mm-hmm.
And I've always wanted a song by Dolly Parton. I have. I've always wanted to sing with Tony Bennett.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, people like that.
You
I want
might
to
wanna
sing
reach out
with
to
Frank
her.
Sinatra, and Celine Dion.
Yes.
You know, I love collaborating and
Collaborating
working with
music.
other artists. I
Right.
love that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And like I say, those are things that you see. You better be there because you might not see it again.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
You know, because they generally don't even record that.
That's very true.
You know, so I like to watch shows where people come out and they sing with somebody.
I
'Cause
love
you're not
that.
gonna see it. You're not gonna see it anymore.
You're not gonna see that.
No, you're not gonna see that anymore.
And I have to admit that you see more collaborating in the R&B field
You do.
than you do the gospel.
That in the rap
Yeah.
field.
Yeah, you do.
A lot of it in the rap field.
But I think nowadays it hurts a little bit more because the artists, the legends, stood on their own.
Right.
Aretha didn't have to have anybody on her album.
No.
Gladys Knight didn't have to have anybody on her album. You know,
But sooner or later, perhaps toward more later,
Later.
Aretha did sing with.
yeah.
She did something with.
She did something
the
with
Doobie Brothers, Michael McDonald.
Michael McDonald, yeah, and he did something with what's called
and one of the Clark sisters.
Yeah.
She collaborated with one of the Clark
And
sisters.
you did a collaboration with Bobby Jones here recently,
Yeah,
right?
Dr. Bobby Jones and Lady Brenda Ellis and Pastor James Henderson, who is like one of my sons, started singing with me at the age of 12.
Is that the
and,
song that you came back with?
If I Touch is the name of the song that he and I collaborated on our project.
Okay.
Were you on this show, Bobby Jones?
Oh yes, I've been on a lot of
yeah?
back in the day when he had the gospel retreats.
Yeah, it was running strong.
Oh yeah, it was really strong. It started out in Nashville,
Uh-huh.
and then went on to Vegas. So yes, we've done a lot of his shows. So it was an honor for the record company to have him come and to sing with me on one of my songs.
Yeah, that's good. So are your daughters going to collaborate with you on anything?
Well, it won't be this project, but hopefully the next. Now, Candy did write a song.
Okay.
She wrote a song, and she and I did collaborate on a song she wrote called "Forever." I love her writing abilities. She's an awesome writer. And I said, "You've got to write. I know you're busy, but I'm thinking to pull rank here,
Yeah.
you know. So I need you to come forth and do something for Mother and write me a song." And we went into the studio, and she's kind of funny. She has a certain way.
That's right. I was
Yeah.
gonna say that.
That
Because,
was
see,
funny.
People write different. So I
Yeah,
wrote
they
some
do.
song- Either sometimes people have a melody and they'll just sing a little part,
Right,
and then
right.
some, they'll take
Right.
the song and they'll develop it.
Right.
Some people you give them a beat and they'll write words to it.
Well, like with Candy, if she writes a song, if she has a certain way she wants me to sing it, she just tells me, "Now, Mama, do it like this." So we
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
we
we're
have,
down
we
the
have a
road.
little love battle
She'll
going
play
on.
you like an instrument.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
so she has it right
She
here.
has
Right.
she has a certain way she wants a line to go, a certain phrasing. But we had a wonderful time. We always do. She had her mic, I had my mic. We fed off of each other, and so we had a wonderful time.
Yeah. Well, I don't know.
Yeah, my daughter started singing with me. Started out in church, started out actually in home. I taught them how to sing back up and how to sing, how to
Harmonize and everything.
how to harmonize. That's what I taught them. So charity begins at home and then spread abroad. I had them singing in the church choir, and my song, my record was the first record that they ever were on.
Wow.
Yeah, Peaches was a little girl, and Candy was a little girl, maybe 12, and so that was their first recording, was singing with Mama.
I bet they
so
enjoy that.
I'm really proud of them and what God has done in their lives and in their work.
You should be.
And a while back when we talked about, and I know that was a special song, when you had your kids on with you, and we talked about songs, because even though I like circular songs, I like, different artists and stuff, when I have to go through an issue or tragedy of life, it's always the gospel song that gets me through it.
Yes, sir.
I remember when I was directing a choir, we did a rendition of "Patiently Waiting," Shirley Caesar song, and that was probably right around the time my mother had passed. And that song, because I had a driving job then, and I would put that in every morning. You know,
Yeah,
and that's what
I can relate to
that's what
that.
got me through it.
I can relate to that. There's songs that
It's the
touch
first.
that.
It's the first word. Don't be weary.
That's right. That's how I feel about Shirley Caesar's song, I Remember Mama,
Yeah.
and the one that she sings about the little boy wanting to charge her for things.
Right.
And then she
No
told him,
charge.
yeah, no
Oh,
charge.
no charge.
There are
Okay.
certain songs on my project. And as they were submitted to us for us to make a decision as to what we were going to actually record, if they made me cry, I felt that they would affect someone else that way. And there are songs right now in my project, if I choose to listen, it'll make me go in. I have to stop because they affect me just like that. It's just something about what the song is saying, and it just depends on how I'm feeling that day or what I'm going through. But that's gospel music for you.
And it's beyond wax. When you're in a
Oh,
studio,
Lord, yes.
when you're in a studio, there is a certain mood that you have to be in
That's very true.
to
sure
sing
is.
it, because
Yeah.
it has a lift beyond that wax.
Absolutely.
See,
Yeah, it's a mental,
and they can't in
physical,
machinery and
emotional
all
thing.
can't do
Oh,
nothing.
no.
Can't do nothing to it.
Oh, no. That's just the technical part.
Yeah.
That's all that is.
Yeah.
Are you gonna sing tonight for us? Cause someone wants to know. Are you gonna sing tonight?
Who wants to know that?
My sister-in-law.
Oh,
She said, "Is she gonna sing tonight?"
I'm going to try.
So,
I can't
here,
drink this
Pat,
cold water if I'm going to try.
She's gonna try, Pat, to sing a little something tonight. You know, we're gonna.
I'm going to try to do something for you, Pat. A little something.
Cause you know, Pat, she's a legendary here in Dallas. You know, cause like I said, she has a lot of people she's worked with, and I was telling you some of them. And where did I stop off at? Like I said, the Clark family, Madam Moss Clark, James Cleveland. She sang with the Blue Notes, Frida Payne. I think that's Stevie Wonder. I mean, wow, the North Carolina Symphony, Zell Jules. I mean, hey.
And she's probably saying that because she's kin to Johnny Taylor.
Oh,
Who
okay.
Ken and Johnny? Oh,
Yeah,
Pat.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Her
yeah.
family kin to
Yeah,
Johnny
you and
Taylor.
I have been on the same stage. I remember when James Brown came to town, and we were on the same stage together in Fort Worth at I think it was the Riverside nightclub.
Oh yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah, oh, yeah.
You know, those are really memories, especially when you see
Mm-hmm.
people in their prime. You know, and you witness them in the prime, because back then, you know, what kids don't understand, black people wasn't on TV.
That's true.
You
No.
might
You
see a
didn't see
TV
many
guy,
black faces.
and they'll say The Temptations on Ed Sullivan. Wasn't nobody on the street.
That's true. That's right.
Nobody was on the street.
No.
You couldn't pull them up on the phone.
No
You
magazine
had to wait
covers.
to see them. No.
That's right. Things have certainly changed. We've
Oh, yeah.
come a long way. The saying is we have further to go, and it's
Yeah.
not just the saying. It's
And I think
the
it's
truth.
kind of like overexposed now.
Oh,
It's like a dime a dozen.
Oh,
now.
yeah.
And it wasn't. It's nothing really special
Yeah.
for me to see you because you're so overexposed.
Well,
now.
what's bad about it is if we get so caught up in it that we forget from whence we've come. We forget
Right.
what Dr. King lost his life for and what he fought for.
Right.
When we couldn't vote, when we couldn't. My father back in the day, we went to school went to church in the mud, because West Dallas were mud streets. They had shacks. We lived in one of them. We had outhouses,
Right.
you know. And my father was a very verbal, courageous, 6'4" type of human being, and he loved his people, and he fought against the injustices of our people. He got on the radio, he had a radio broadcast, and he talked about the fact that we couldn't go to H.L. Green's and sit at the lunch counter. He talked about the fact that it was wrong that they had black and white restrooms, and we couldn't drink at water fountains. They had the black water fountains and this one and that one. So much so till our lives were threatened. I remember when a stone was thrown through the picture window after I just picked my baby brother up from the TV. Then a big stone comes right there where I moved him. And that next day we were taken to school in police cars.
You were part of that movement.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Darnell Walker said John P. Keep Standing. John P. I guess that's Keep Standing in the Need
Stand in need
song
of
that
prayer.
always give me strength when I'm
Yeah,
down.
standing in the need of prayer.
All right,
There's
Darnell.
so many songs. Hi, Darnell. That's what I love about gospel music. That's what I love about it.
Yes.
And even today, you know, I tell, you know, young people, there are injustices today, and I know that we have a lot of, you know, issues today. I said, but it was different. Back then, I said, when y'all get through marching, y'all can walk in Dairy Queen.
That's true.
You can go get something to eat.
That's true.
You can drink at any fountain you want to
Yeah,
drink out of.
regardless, you still got some freedoms.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. But when you got through marching, it was right back to your neighborhood.
That's right. You
back
better.
across the track.
That's right. If the dogs didn't chase you over
That's right.
there,
So I tell them, I said, y'all, it's different.
Oh,
I
my God,
respect
yes,
the marching.
yes.
I say, but it's
I
different.
do too. It's so different.
It's so different now. You know, I said we were marching for human rights.
That's very true.
Y'all
Human
marching
rights.
for civil rights.
Yeah.
We marching for human rights.
Human rights, and there's a difference.
It was a difference. You know.
Yes, sir.
Let me give a few shout outs right quick because there's quite a few, but I want to give a shout. Hey, Celia. Hey, Karen. Hey, Jacob McClendon. Hey, Doretha. Karen. Eudora. Charlene. Patricia. Don't forget, she says she's going to sing for you. Dolores. Thank you guys for watching. Dewan and Manuel. Hammond. Sonia. Christine. Darnell. Roberta. Michael. Willie. Aubrey. Virgie. Gina. Camille. Bobby. Latoya. Leah. Jatara. Norma. Francis. Hey, Francis. Love you too. Thank you guys for watching. Keep watching because, like I say, she might have a surprise for you. She says she's gonna sing for
I
you
wonder is that
guys.
the Camille, my niece?
Camille Riggs.
No.
Oh,
that's
okay,
not, no.
okay. She say hi. But you guys keep watching because we're gonna like try to get her to sing you guys a song tonight because I want to hear this lovely voice too.
Bless you.
Yes, I do. And for you guys just joining, like I say, we're talking to Miss Tommy Young West, the legendary gospel singer. We talking about the return of Tommy Young West because she did a new CD that dropped and it came in at number 2 on the Billboard, you guys.
Yes.
Yes.
Glory to God.
Yes, number 2 at
God
the
be all the
Billboard. So you
glory.
guys keep supporting her
Please.
with her music and
Yes.
give us some love. Show us
Yes.
some love
I
out
appreciate
there.
that. Thank you.
You
know.
you said that, you know, in your bio that you took a 6 years off.
Well, actually, my husband passed. We had been married 39 years. And he passed from liver cancer in 2012, April the 28th. And that's been 6 years ago.
Right.
And here I am after 6 years. This is a new CD since my last one's been 6 years. So I feel like God is saying something in the season of my life. So it's bittersweet. He's not here to share it, although I feel his spirit and I feel that he's smiling because this is what he wanted for me. He wrote a letter in 1990 that I still have. He dictated it and I typed it. And the letter simply was to the record companies he was sending letters out to. And in essence, he said, the record company that gets this lady will be very blessed and won't be sorry because all she needs is an opportunity and a chance. The letter is beautiful, and I still have it. It's in my Bible. So he believed in me. He worked hard, spent a lot of money, went through a lot of challenges because a lot of people didn't do what they said that they were going to do. A lot of people, they weren't right.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, they took his money and left town. So there were a lot of challenges, but yet he believed in me and the gift that God had given me. So I feel him smiling down on the effort, and I'm just really thankful that God has granted me still my life, health, and strength to be able to do this in this season of my life.
Yeah.
You know, I'm thankful to still have
That's
the
right.
strength to do this.
That's right.
So I thank God for another opportunity to record. And so we're looking, I think this is the best project that I've ever recorded. And I'm just looking forward to God just doing some great and marvelous things because of it.
And that's why we name our show My Better Half, because even though it seems like, sometimes when people lose someone, especially someone significant,
Yes.
and like they think life is over with.
Yes,
and
they
all
do, and they give up.
They give up.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna do the rest of my life, and this person is gone. Sometimes, you know, some people decrease for you to.
Yes, sir.
Increase.
Well, they can have an adverse effect. And that's one of the sermons that I love that Bishop has preached, and he's very specific to widows or widowers in letting you know that you've got something left
Right.
if the Lord takes your spouse. And you're still here, there's something for you to do. Somebody needs you for something. There's something that you have that somebody needs.
Right.
You still have something left. So you don't throw in the towel. When I was trying that, I couldn't keep my beautiful 2-story home because I actually lost a job. I quit a job rather to take care of him because it was terminal. And so I couldn't keep our beautiful home. And so when I was trying to sell things, I was in a totally scary frame of mind. But I had to go into survival mode right away. I knew I had to survive, or I was going to sink.
And
So
you make
I-
hard decisions.
Yes, very hard decisions. And I think because I just said, God, look, here I am. I'm tore from the floor up, and I'm scared. And he had to remind me, okay, I'm going to let you go through what you're going through. I'm going to let you be human. I'm going to let you cry and scream on the floor. But when you get through, don't forget who I am. Don't forget I knew you before he did. Don't forget that I'm a God that will never leave you nor forsake you. And all you have to do is to trust me. That's all you have to do. And so in selling things, my daughter had a friend to come to the house, and she had a sister that was in her early 70s, lost her husband. She said she quit her job. She stopped going to church. She turned her back on her friends. She went in the house. She drew the shades, lived in darkness, and never came out. Well, that's the enemy trying to kill you.
Right. Right.
Yeah, so I tell widowers, raise those shades up, look in the mirror, thank God for what you have, see yourself as beautiful, as special, fix yourself up, spray you some cologne on, honey, put you something on your lips, get you a new wig if you have to, and step on out to go to the movies, take yourself to dinner, go to church. Don't forsake that Bible, and don't forget to pray. And you'll be all right.
You'll be all right.
You'll be all right.
We're gonna take a
With
break.
that, yeah.
They gave me a song that we're gonna play.
Oh,
and has
yeah.
Jesus in it. So
Yeah.
and we'll be right back.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, we're back on PowerPlayRadioNetwork.com and Power TV. I'm your host, Kevin,
I'm Siva.
and you're listening to My Better Half.
On PowerPlayRadioNetwork.com, and don't forget you're watching us on Power TV. And thank you guys for all your questions that you're asking and all your comments that you're posting on the page. Thank you guys for participating. Appreciate you.
And also, I want to give a shout out to the McClintons. You know, my sister McClinton, she's she's rehabbing right now.
Oh.
And yeah, she's rehabbing that.
Yeah,
Wonderful lady.
Jacob is on here wondering when his son come on here. Just be patient, Jacob.
Yeah, I mean, she's turning this place out. They think she's a queen, think she's a dignitary.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
But you know what that's from? That's just her. That's her personality.
That's
they just say, man,
awesome.
this lady is somebody.
That's
they wanted to
beautiful.
know because people were visiting her.
Oh, that's beautiful.
You know,
yeah,
white
that's
and
what
black.
they go
you know,
by.
And they
Yeah.
were looking like,
They
this
wonder
lady has
what's
to be
who
somebody.
is. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, so
That's a good
Our
thing.
prayers are with her.
That's beautiful.
All righty then. So, well, I was getting ready to ask you something. Are you writing your own music, or is someone
I've
else?
written. I co-wrote some things on the project.
So, do you like writing better, or you just like to sing?
I really love acting.
Acting,
I adore acting. I really want to do some serious acting.
really?
But I love singing. Yeah, I do. And I love creating. I really love adding to a song, like working with the vamp or overdubbing my voice. I love things like that.
So, in your acting career, who do you want to act with?
Oh, I would love to be in some of Tyler Perry's works.
Oh, okay.
Denzel, you know, yeah, any of them that's doing something.
That would fit you perfect.
I would love it. I would love to, you know, do a song and act as well. I'd love to play some major roles.
So maybe we
I would love that.
You know, yeah, somebody can give them a shout out.
Tyler Perry, here I am.
Call her.
Yes, I'd be happy to audition for you, and I love Cole Reed's.
Call her.
Yeah.
You know, and for a while, you know, plays, you know, they were
Oh,
saturating the market.
If people didn't go to church, they went to play.
And after a while, like I said, our phone's gonna put TV out of business because all of the other channels and stuff that they're putting in and stuff.
You know, people are not going to church, watching church online.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, it makes you lazy.
Yeah, it
There's
does.
nothing like being there
And worshiping with people,
Yeah.
fellowshipping
The Bible
with
says,
people.
"Not forsaking yourselves, of the assembling of yourselves together." It says that. So
But you know, I think sometimes the gathering and you know, and that's just really among us. The gathering part is that sometimes in society we have such a hunger for drama.
true.
We can't go a day without. Did you
Yeah.
hear so and so? You know.
Well, now it's like, you know, back in the day, you'd go to church and it was easy to get prayed for. You know, if you needed prayer, if you needed someone to talk to, if you needed some groceries. You know, back then we really loved and helped one another. Now it's almost like a social gathering. People are going to meet someone. They are going to gossip about what is the latest gossip, and they're just going for every other reason other than worshiping and serving God.
Yeah, it's a violation of Matthew chapter 18, where you go to your brother if you have a fault,
Yes.
and go to him alone.
Yes.
Now
Oh,
they rate you.
it's open ridicule
You can raise
now.
your phone up, and the whole world,
Oh, yes.
the whole world knows.
Oh, yeah, nothing is done
Inside
in
the
private
church.
anymore.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I've seen some fighting going on in
Yeah.
churches. They'll fight now. Cuss you out, too.
Because we were watching,
know-
we were watching that on social media, and the lady that was in the store. The lady was in the store and got into it with the people that wanted to take, wanted to post a picture. She said, "Don't take my picture."
somebody
Yeah.
wanted to take her picture, and she asked them nicely not to take her picture, but they
This
they
is
go-
inside the church?
just kept recording
How did she
her.
react?
It's such an invasion of privacy now
It
with
is
everything.
now.
So sometimes people don't even
They
they don't
don't.
even come together.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's very sad.
Yeah.
It's
It
very
is.
sad. Church is just not like it used to be.
And I had never seen a church fight before. Till my husband told me about there's such a thing,
Yeah.
you know, fighting in the church. And then that day I saw it on the internet, I was like, oh my God, and they posted it
Yeah,
for people
pretty-
to see it. And you got
Yeah.
the police inside your church.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. That's what I say.
Okay.
I've been in fights.
Yes,
I've seen fights on the
church.
street.
I've
The
seen
ugliest
church
fight-
scenes become war zones.
Yes, the ugliest fight you ever want to see is a church fight.
Ooh, Lord have mercy.
That's the
Yes.
ugliest fight you ever want to
I'm
see.
here to tell you. And one thing about, I'm not gonna fight you over no seat. Yeah, I'm just not gonna do it. I'm just, I come to church with a different frame of mind.
Right.
I come to get something, and I don't wait to get to church to get. I
Right.
bring the Lord with me.
Your service starts when you open your eyes.
Yes, sir. That's it.
When you
I
open your eyes.
praise
They
God.
think when I get to church now, your
Oh no,
service
no,
starts when you open your eyes.
When as soon as you able to get out of there, open your eyes and get up out of there, you should start praising God then.
Right. Right.
So when you get into the house of the Lord, you're ready. You're in that atmosphere.
Right.
But sometimes my vehicle becomes a praise and worship center.
Yes.
I praise God so in my car. I mean, I turn the radio off and it's all me and God. I cry. I praise God. Sometimes I have to pull over. I just go and my vehicle becomes like a church service,
Your
which is a
war
good
room,
thing.
what they call your war room.
Yeah, my
prayer
war room. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes, absolutely.
So what was the best advice that was given to you as a child?
My mother used to always say, because they believed in working back then. My parents picked cotton, and maybe yours did too. So they believed in earnest work and working and being honest and working hard. And my mother always said, whatever you want to be the best. She always said, if it's a street sweeper, or the garbage man, be the best garbage man that the garbage man can be. That the streets, if it's a street sweeper, be the best street sweeper. So, because of that, I always strive for excellence. Whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm endeavoring to do, I ask God to let it be my best. That doesn't mean that it's always good, because we're not always perfect.
Right.
But at least you make an effort. And so they taught me that. And to treat others is the way that I would want to be treated.
Right.
And still to this day, I say yes, ma'am, and no, ma'am, and yes, sir, and no, sir. We didn't say yeah, not to adults. We didn't. I respect others, and I'm an encourager. I love to encourage people because you never know, something kind you say to someone could be that very thing that they need to help them along their way. Yeah,
That's
so
true.
we were taught some really good values.
Right.
You reap what you sow. You sow
yeah.
good seeds,
That's-
you're going to reap good seeds. You
that-
sow bad ones, you're going to reap bad ones.
Yeah. That's a law.
Basic, yes, sir.
That's a law, and they
Yeah.
didn't tell Washington that. They didn't tell Washington that.
Yes, sir.
Because that is a law
Oh,
that
yes.
is sowed in the earth.
So true.
It's sowed in the earth. So,
Absolutely.
And you can't stop it.
You can't stop
you
it.
reap,
You can't take nothing
you
from
sow
it.
it.
Yes,
you
it.
sow it.
That's it.
You're going to reap it.
That's it. That's it.
You're going to
That's
reap it. So,
That's so true.
and people will learn that.
That's a valuable lesson.
Whatever you want to reap, just sow it.
Just sow it.
Just sow it.
That's it.
Let me get a couple of shout outs right quick. Francis, hey Sharon, hey Arthur Lee, hey Eunice, hey Chef Brian, hey Raph, Nessa, Charlene, Eric, Kevin, Mary, Michael. Thank you guys all for joining us tonight as we talk to our legendary Miss Tama Young West. So just keep watching because I don't know when she's gonna do her song, but
No.
she's gonna give you guys a little snippet out of
Yeah,
it.
just a little snippet.
Yeah, she's not gonna sing a whole song, but she's gonna give you guys a little bit. I don't know when, but just keep watching.
We'll probably do that after this. What is in respect of artists? What did you find out was the secret of longevity? Because everybody sings. Everybody plays football. Everybody, but it's the race is not given to the swift. To the strong, those who
One that
endure to the
endure.
end. So there is a thing about enduring to the end, or what they call longevity.
Yes, sir.
So some people can hit bottom and get back up, and keep going. And some people learn their lesson while they're going, and they avoid pitfalls
true.
and get through it. You know, so both become teachers at the end.
That's
but what do
true.
you think? Did you ever witness some that you think were gonna not make it, but made it through out there on the journey you was on?
Well, you know, I posted something, I think it was today, something I saw, and I posted it was so profound. It said that I've never envied another person for having an easy life. And so I kind of turned it around and paraphrased it, and I said, I've never envied anyone that had an easy life. And I have always been inspired and encouraged by those that had a difficult life, but they made it through it. And for me, I always had a drive to make it. Regardless, I knew there were going to be pitfalls. I knew there were going to be highs and lows, ups and downs, some failures along the way, lots of disappointment, lots of heartache, lots of hardships, some mistreatments, and a lot of other things. But I had to drive. It's like God has when God has a purpose for your life, I don't care what people do, what they say, how they do it, or how they say it, or the level or intensity of what you have to go through, or how bad or severe it is. The devil can't do anything to abort it. He can try every trick in the book, but you're going to make it somehow. And so I've always had a drive to make it. And if I fell down, I just got back up. I don't know whether it's my parents. They were survivors, hard workers. It was not always easy for them, but I always saw them getting past their hardships and challenges, especially my mother's a pastor's wife. And my dad too. So I've always had that drive that I'm going to make it some kind of way with God's help. I always felt that with God's help that I could make it. And those are the stories. That's why I love, like you, I love listening to other people's stories and testimonies. Even on television and talk shows, I like to hear the journey, what it was like. You know, what you went through. Oprah's story, Whoopi Goldberg, some of our own black people that have had stories. Shirley Caesar, Tyler Perry used to sleep in his car. Didn't know how he was going to pay his bills. But God had a gift and a purpose. And here he is today helping somebody else. So I've always had a drive. Just had a drive, and I just wouldn't let anything stop me. I kept going no matter what.
And I think that you know, back then we would think we were more in tune with our parents' struggle. I knew we didn't have a lot of money.
Oh yeah.
You know.
Yeah, you knew you weren't rich.
That's right. I knew it, and so.
But you knew you always had something to eat.
Yeah, and mom managed the house.
She did.
I tell the kids, I said, we couldn't go in the refrigerator.
No.
We couldn't walk in the refrigerator and just take an orange.
We sure couldn't. No,
We had to ask.
We had to ask. Yes, sir.
They just opened up the refrigerator. She said, "What you doing?"
We couldn't waste food.
No.
We couldn't say what we couldn't have choices for what we wanted to eat. We ate what Mama cooked, or we didn't eat.
And I knew not to go into my father's bedroom and say, "Dad, can I have some Nikes?"
Oh no.
I had to go work for Nikes. If I wanted Nikes,
Yes,
I had
sir.
to go work for it. I had to take the lawnmower,
Yeah.
go get some gas,
Yeah.
and I had to go around the neighborhood asking this lady, could I cut her yard?
Yes, sir.
In a normal,
They taught you
a
honest
normal
work.
suburban yard.
Yes, sir.
I cut that yard for $3.50.
Yeah. That was good teaching.
$3.50.
He instilled some good principles in you about working. Now, my husband, he tells the story how he worked since he was 8 years old. Selling newspapers, selling cans,
Yeah.
doing something.
Yeah.
Bottles, yes. We used to sell them.
Yeah.
We used to sell bottles.
Yeah.
A nickel a bottle, I think.
Yeah. And have a
did.
party.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes,
have a
sir.
party on 25 cents.
Yes, sir.
But that's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
We were more in tune.
taught you
We
good
knew our
principles.
parents didn't have it,
They didn't have it.
so we didn't ask for it.
Yeah, exactly.
We worked for
And
it.
you didn't just have your hands out.
No.
What songs do you sing to calm you down? Like if you had a upsetting day or you've been real busy, what songs calm you down?
Well, you know what? When I'm very seldom really stressed out, and I just thank God for it. I'm more content now in my life than I've ever been. Go figure. I don't know whether it's the fact that I've just totally put my whole life and everything involving me in His hands, and He just keeps me calm. It's not always like that, but it's like I channel it differently. you get to a place in your life where things that used to bother you,
Don't
and things
bother
that make
you
you
no
pick up
more.
something and throw stuff and,
Don't bother
and
me.
put your hand through the wall. You don't do that no more.
Not no more.
No, you don't do that anymore. So when my favorite, even in I'm in the car, because I don't listen to music at home, unless I'm in a relaxed situation and I'm in my bed with my big studio earphones on. It's spa music.
Yeah.
I love my spa music. And in the wintertime when I got a candle, yeah, that's my favorite. If I had a fireplace, my favorite is spa music. Yeah, with the violins and the
Yeah.
sounds of the water, and the rain and the storm. I love
why
that.
I tell people that all the time. I love it when it rains because that's
Oh
my
yeah,
best
my
sleep
watercolor
ever.
station. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. Yeah.
Yeah, if water come out of the sky, she's going to bed. I don't care if it's 12 o'clock. I don't care if it's 12 o'clock. She's going to bed.
Oh, that's cute.
So if you had a song that could describe your life, what song would that be?
I'd say God did it. That's my last single. That's our new hit. We're calling that a hit. God did it, because everything in my life from beginning to end, God did it. He turned some things around. I know nobody can get the glory and the honor and the credit but God. At this stage in my life, I'll be 70 in January. The Lord let me live to see
you
it.
wear it well.
Well, thank you. So God did that.
That.
Yeah.
You know, it could be so much worse. I've seen women my age and a lot younger. They're not mobile. They can't move around.
Right.
They don't want to do anything. They just want to sit around. They have no energy. So I thank God. My grandkids can't keep up with me. I can walk around White Rock Lake, the whole
Yeah.
lake, a good 10, 12 miles.
Yeah.
I won't do it now because you have to have somebody with you.
Yes.
It's too dangerous.
Right.
But, you know, God did it. He did everything. You know, he forgive me for my sins. He gave me another chance. You know, he forgive me when I kept messing up. He did that. He's extended grace and mercy toward me. He did that. So everything in my life, wherever I am, whatever I am, I just give him all the glory for it. And I say, God did it.
Yes.
It was not me. It was God that did it.
So that's
He
the
did.
song that describes her life.
Yep, God did it. That was it. And so-
That's a great testimony.
Thank
That's
you.
a great testimony. And that's why I
It sums it all up.
Yeah, I admire people in, like say, in their
How do you,
longevity, because
you know,
you have to look forward. You
The-
have to
and-
look forward and have somebody ahead of you.
and you have to believe in something bigger than yourself. You have to live in the spiritual, not in the natural. I heard a pastor say one time, what that situation is you're going through, look at that thing in the spiritual, not in
Not
the
the
natural. Because a lot of women perhaps would have folded under what I've been through. They lost their husbands after 39 years.
Yeah.
But God said, I won't let you give up. I won't let you crawl in the corner in the back in the dark and die. I still have purpose for your life. So he did that. So I give him glory for it.
Right.
I give him glory for it. I still have a voice that I can use, you know, and I'm still active. I can still function. God did that. So I just give him glory for it.
Yeah. Because there's always, you know, if you look in the Bible, it was always praise after death.
My God.
It was always.
Always praise.
Praise after death.
Always praise. I love that when I read that, how the people went into a praise after this. They went into a praise after that. They praised God after this and after that. Yeah.
Yeah. Because they were going to battle. They would lose some of their
Oh,
their
yeah.
members and stuff, but they would
Yes,
come
sir.
back.
Yes,
They would
sir.
come back
Absolutely.
praising.
Give God praise.
So in a battle, you're gonna lose somebody that's
That's
in
so
the battle
true.
with you, but they
That's
come
so
back
true.
in the end and they praise. That's what songs are for.
Oh my God, yes. I remember being in the garage one day before I left the house, and I called a friend of mine, Barbara Mitchell, and I was crying, and I told her, I said, I just feel like running down the street and screaming. She said, scream out of praise. That's what she said. So the praise has been my weapon against depression,
Right.
against grieving to
Grieving
the
is
point
the
that
point.
I can't. Sometimes grief can kill you.
It will kill
Grief
you.
can take you under.
Yes, it will.
But I've had God to sustain me to where through my praise, people don't realize through your praising God, it's where you get your strength. So my praise has been my weapon
Right.
against those things that could have otherwise taking me under.
Yeah, because those things are emotional. Praise is emotional too.
Yes, sir. But
You know.
it's spiritual.
Yeah, and if you don't replace it, if you don't put
That's
praise
it.
there,
That's it.
the devil will put
That's
depression
it.
there.
Yes, sir.
You know.
That's so true. So you can actually praise your way through.
Right.
I love that. There's a song about praising your way through. Praise your way through. If the doctor has said one thing, you don't have to take what the doctor says.
Praise your way.
No.
Praise your way through that thing. Go back to the doctor and give the doctor what the God's report. And whose report will you believe? You will believe the report of the Lord.
Right.
Praise your way through it. Sometimes we react differently toward different things we're going through. You know, you want to cuss somebody out. You know, you want to argue with somebody. You want to pick up a weapon. You want to make a threat. But praise your way. If you praise your way through it, it's the best way to get through it. As if you praise your way through
Right.
it.
True.
So that's been my sustainer.
Okay. We're gonna take a break.
Let me say. Hey, Clarence and Dennis and Deborah, Tara, Stephen, Clarence, Ramon Hodge, Valerie, Tammy, Jimmy, Erica. Thank you guys for coming in and joining us while we was talking to Miss Tommy Young West, a legendary gospel singer right here out of this Dallas, Texas. So, but we'll be back in a few minutes. We're going to take a quick break. And I think when we come back, she might
I'll
give you
sing
a little
something.
She's gonna sing y'all a little something when we come back from break.
he's got
so
the
don't
track.
move. We'll be right back after this.
Hey, we're back on PowerPlayRadioNetwork.com and Power TV. I'm your host, Kevin,
I'm your girl, Cassiva,
and you're listening to My Better Half.
on PowerPlayRadioNetwork.com, and don't forget you're watching us on Power TV. And we want to thank you guys for interacting with us throughout our interview with the legendary Tommy Young West,
Bless you.
who is making her return after 6 years with her new CD, The Return of Tommy Young West.
Yes.
On
On the Rock Daniel record label.
yes, and she debuted at number 2. So that is an awesome
Yes.
job on the billboards, you guys.
Praise
so
God. Hallelujah.
that's a great accomplishment for someone who's been gone for 6 years and came right back.
Right.
Well, glory
You
to
know,
God.
that's-
God did it.
Yep.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
God did it.
He did.
Praise God.
So we want to thank you guys for tuning in and watching her and listen to her incredible story. So it's always great to hear someone that's right here in your city that's a legendary. So, but tell them where they can find your music at.
Oh, thank you very much. The music can be purchased at all digital outlets: iTunes, Google Play, CD Baby, Amazon, and all of your digital engines. Right.
And the title is The Return.
The Return of Tommy Young West.
That's right. So you guys pick it up, support her.
Thank you.
Yes.
Do you have any engagements coming up?
Thank you. Yes, this coming Sunday, the Lord's will will be in fellowship with the First Baptist Church of Hamilton Park. And on the, I think it's November 2nd and 3rd, myself and my sister in Christ, CC Godboat, will be featured in the fall season at the the Black Academy of Arts and Letters in the Muse Theater, November the 2nd and 3rd. You can call the Academy of Arts and Black Arts and Letters and get any information, ticket information.
Okay.
And I'll be singing at the fair.
You're gonna be
October
singing at
the
the fair?
11th. Yes, on the gospel stage.
Oh.
October the 11th. I think it's Thursday night.
Yes, it is a Thursday night because
Fred
when
Hammond
yeah.
and some other artists.
Okay, yeah, we'll be there that night.
Okay.
'Cause, one of our brothers are getting indicted, getting a humanitarian or some kind of award over
Okay,
there
yeah.
on that same stage.
Myron Williams will be there manning down the band. So we hope to have a really good time. So I
You-
thank
you guys hear
Pastor
that?
Medlock Lee for having me this year.
October the 11th at the State Fair.
That's
She'll
it.
be performing on the main stage,
Yes, the gospel stage.
the gospel stage with Fred Hammond them. So
Yeah, that's gonna be great.
Support her.
And other artists.
she's gonna
J.R.
give y'all a
Buckle.
little taste of what she gonna be singing too. I think. Are y'all
Well-
ready, Trudy?
It won't be this one. I'm just gonna do this for anyone that wanted to.
Huh?
Yes, sir. Oh. Whatever you may be going through today, I speak that it is done in Jesus' name. That He'll do it. In Jesus' name. Okay, you don't have. Okay, that's okay. In Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. Do it. Oh. In Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. In Jesus' name. Do it. You said if I would abide in you, Lord, and your word abide in me, that I could ask anything, oh Lord, and you'll do it. Oh yes. In the name of Jesus, every knee shall bow, oh Lord, every tongue shall confess that Jesus is Lord. Oh, Okay. Because I'm,
That's a
I'm
little
singing
bit.
against the voice.
All right.
Sorry about that. I thought you had the track with no vocal.
Yeah, but that's what she's gonna be giving y'all a little bit this Thursday on the 11th of October at the fair, you guys.
Actually, I'm going to be doing one song, and that's God Did It.
That's a beautiful song.
Because I have 8 minutes, and so we're going to make that one song work.
Yeah, that's a beautiful song you just sang.
Oh,
My
thank
daughter
you.
said she loved it.
Oh, in Jesus' name. Thank you,
Yeah.
hon. Thank you.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah, they're gonna take me out to the fair again. I went Saturday.
Oh, you've already been?
Oh man.
We went on the
What
wrong
did you
day.
eat?
Oh, come
What did
on.
you all
We went on the
eat?
wrong
Yeah,
day. We
man,
thought
it's
we
too
was
many
going
people.
on that day that you're talking about, the
The
11th.
11th?
We thought they were doing it this Saturday.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, so I had it.
Oh
I
my
had
God,
the
it was
wrong
so many
day.
people.
Oh, you went with, you'd
But it
rather
was
go
because
when it's
the
not a lot of
game.
people?
Because the game was, Grandma,
Oh
I
my
was trying to get him
God,
to go
it was
to the
too many
game.
Well, that's okay. I admire a husband that will go when he really doesn't want to go just to please you. I love that. What did you all eat?
Oh Lord, he ate
get a drumstick?
No, he ate 2 chili dogs like he was
Oh,
starving or
listen.
I
something.
don't know
I
who fixed
love
those
that.
chili dogs. But
Well, they were
could- could
delicious.
put, yeah, they could put Sonic out of business.
Ooh,
Man,
and I
chili
love
dog.
those foot-long chili dogs at
Ooh.
Sonic. You're
That chili dog
kidding.
was good.
Oh, I love the corny dogs.
And
And
for
I
some
don't even
reason-
eat it. It was good.
I love the sausage on the sticks. I'm not eating a lot of that fried stuff.
Well, no, they did the foot long corny dog.
Yeah, and I like the corn on the top.
I didn't have that before, but that thing was so long.
A
But it
foot-long
was,
corny dog?
yeah, it was hot too. I love hot
Oh,
food.
yeah.
Oh my God, it was so good.
With mustard or
Yes.
ketchup. Yeah.
This lady had nerve say she put mayo on her.
Oh,
I'm like,
no, I couldn't do
"Ew, how
that
you gonna
one."
take that? Oh no.
No.
I had never heard of that before. But that corn dog and that chili
good.
dog.
Oh, they have some good stuff. You know, there are people that go
Oh,
to
it
the
was
fair
the
just
bomb.
Yeah.
to eat. And they go look at the cars. And
Yeah,
you
we
used to
do
could
that
look at the
too.
model. They don't
It's-
have trailer homes like
it's
they
more
used
of an
to.
expo now. They have it. It's bigger.
Yeah.
It's bigger now.
It's true.
But
That's
when you
true.
mix up some Dallas and some New Orleans people, now it's Soul
Oh,
Train.
my.
I can't even walk, man. It's Soul Train. I'm in the Soul Train line.
Oh,
Yeah, everybody got to stop and shake.
But you
gotta
know
do
what? Where you lose your
something.
money for me are playing those games. Now, I like the basketball, but throwing money in those, hopefully they end up in those bowls. That's just,
Oh, no,
that's,
I'm not finna do
do
that.
they still do that?
Yeah, they still them little rims. You can't even hit it.
I'm telling you,
rim
can't even
is-
hit it.
The,
I'm-
the ball's bigger than the rim.
I'm telling you.
But they have so many different types of food out there this
Oh, I know,
year
it's
that
wonderful.
stuff I hadn't heard of.
Yeah, have you had
like
the fried
fried-
collard greens?
We
They're delicious.
Girl, we was trying to get over there to that fried catfish. I don't know
No,
who
I
was
love me
cooking
some
that,
catfish.
but that stuff was smelling some
Oh,
good.
That
Yeah.
line was 25 deep
I believe it.
on every.
Now the food
Every-
court is nice. You like the food court?
We didn't get it.
The
We
big
didn't,
building?
We didn't get to make it there.
What? Did you see the new cars?
We
Yes.
did.
You did.
Yes.
Do you all ride any?
No.
No, not even the scary house. Nothing.
No.
I'm not going to that.
We not gonna ride anything. But go out to the fair, you
Uncle
guys.
Tubbs, a scrambler.
No.
Wonderful. Well, you know what I love about it? For people that work all the time and your lives are full of stress and pressure and busy doing this, go out to the fair, put your tennis shoes on, and just relax and have some fun. If you just walk around and eat a little something, drink a little something, go out there and have a good time.
Yeah.
You know,
And-
if you can afford it. I mean,
Now that's the thing. The fair is too expensive.
yeah, it's expensive. You know, I remember,
$30 for 60 tickets.
you know, I remember when it only cost 25 cents to go to the fair. We had 4 quarters, and that's what we went to the fair on. 25 cents. And I remember when they had Negro Day and White Day.
Uh-uh.
Oh, yes, ma'am. You could only go on all the Negroes went on Negro Day.
What?
Oh, yeah.
See, that's why I like to talk about.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yes. Oh, yes.
Wow.
We've
Y'all
come a
hear
long
that?
way.
That's why I said when y'all marching, you have to go on Negro
See,
Day at the fair. See, I'm
that's-
trying to tell you.
yeah, I'm telling you. Yes, sir.
Well, they
Trying
have
to
the
tell you.
privilege to go anytime they want to
Yeah,
there.
now you
Okay.
in.
They better be thankful.
Stay till 10 o'clock. Stay till it closes. if you
Yeah.
want to.
There's some people spill some blood so you can go anytime
That's
you want.
right. Yeah, we have privileges now, and sometimes we don't appreciate the privileges that we have.
Well, you better appreciate it on
better
voting day
appreciate
because
it.
there's early voting starting October the 22nd.
Oh, they're saying if you never voted, vote this time.
Please vote.
It's so important.
It's crucial that you do get out and
Very
vote.
crucial.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Because
Otherwise, our lives are in God's hands.
Right.
yes.
You know,
Literally.
because yes, literally.
Literally.
That's so true.
So get out, Get out, you people, and vote.
And
They
get
even
out
got a
and
ride share to the voting polls. So if you need some ride
Yeah, there are people that will come
to the
pick
voting
you
poll,
up. Yeah.
just go ride to share vote on voting day, and
That's
they'll come
so
and
true.
pick you up.
They will.
So
It's no excuse.
don't let this opportunity pass you
Yes,
by.
let's vote.
Do it for your family. If you don't want to do it for nobody else, do it for your
Yeah.
family's sake.
Our four parents
In our
lost their
country.
lives.
I saw all of those people out there. I told them they should have had voter registration at the gate.
At the gate.
At the
You know
gate.
what? That wouldn't be a bad idea.
At the gate. They
Oh
should have
my
had it there.
God! Just give out those cards and let them fill them out.
Yeah. Bring
Wouldn't it
them
be
back,
awesome
yeah.
if they had you vote right there before you even go in the fair?
Right.
Yeah,
There was
true.
enough people
Uh-huh.
there.
Yeah, I
There was enough
believe it.
people
Oh
there.
yeah, they'll be there by the thousands. You remember when Big Tex was on fire?
No.
Big Tex, caught fire. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Was
down
that a
there.
couple
I don't
years
know
ago?
what happened a
Yeah.
few years ago.
Yeah, we're down here.
Big Tex.
And they had to change his whole
They had to
Levi's
change his
pants.
whole thing. Yes, so people was.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember
Yeah.
that.
I thank God. God gives us things. They say God has a sense of humor. God gives us things to smile about, to laugh about. We have enough to cry about.
Right.
Yeah, we
And to
do.
be stressed out about and to be afraid of. Although God didn't give us a spirit of fear, but then God just give us things that we can enjoy.
And when you can't laugh outside, God give you joy. You can
He
laugh
will
inside.
do it. Yes, He will.
Yes.
Joy
Laugh inside.
unspeakable
Yeah.
that the world can't
They
take
can't.
from you.
That's right. They can't understand it. So.
Can't understand it. Can't understand your smile.
No.
You know, how you smile through your pain. God did it.
God did it.
God did it. How do you smile through grieving?
Yeah.
God has to do it.
Right.
Yes, sir.
I'm trying to see what she said.
Well, I have enjoyed my
Okay.
time.
Well, we're going to do one thing before we leave. We're going to have hot on the spot. And it's something that we do with our
It's
guests.
a spontaneous thing.
Okay, I like that.
And what we do, we have questions. I think it's going to be between 1 and 5, and you choose a number. And when you choose the number, the question is going to come up on the screen, and then you say hot on the spot and read the question and answer it.
So my
So-
part is what?
You're gonna choose a number.
A number.
I don't
Between
know.
1 and 5.
1 and
Just
5.
pick a number.
Yes. And,
Okay.
And,
And it'll
they're
come up on the
gonna.
Oh, but you're gonna ask a question.
No, it's going to come up on the screen.
Oh, the question.
And
will.
you're gonna read. You're gonna say how on the spot, and you read your question. And
Okay.
then you answer it.
Oh, I have to answer it.
Yes.
Okay. So the question will come on the screen, then I'll say hot on the spot, then I answer the question.
Yes.
Okay.
And so what number?
So what number do you want between 1 and 4?
1.
One. All right, number 1.
Hot on the spot.
Let's see. Let's see.
There
it
you
is.
go.
Oh.
You gotta read out loud.
What flavor coffee are you? Cinnamon vanilla.
Why are you cinnamon vanilla?
Because I love a good cup of coffee now and then, and I love to put a little cinnamon in it or nutmeg. And I like the powdered cream. I don't like the liquid. And so I like spices in my coffee.
Oh.
Tea too. I do. I love it.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Cinnamon what? What you call it?
Cinnamon vanilla. Put a little
Cinnamon
dash
vanilla.
of vanilla in
Okay.
it. A little cinnamon. If not, just a little cinnamon or nutmeg.
Okay.
Same with teas. You can put some beautiful
Oh, you can make
things
some
in
good
teas.
tea.
Oh, you can make some good tea. Orange rinds, lemon rinds, anything.
Cause I'm trying to remember the name of that tea, but it some kind
I
of
love
latte
herb
tea,
teas.
chai tea.
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
Oh, I
and
didn't
it has
know.
spice in it.
Yes,
Yeah.
I didn't
That's
never
an
know how
Oriental-
that
that's an
tastes.
Oriental tea.
Yes, and I was sick and I
Oh,
taste
yeah.
some one day. I was like,
That
I
was
was a
delicious.
little scared at first.
Yeah.
Then I was like, I'm gonna just taste it anyway. And I
Loved
tasted. I was
it.
like, ooh, I love
makes
this.
me
Now I
want- I
just
wish I
keep
had a
it.
cup.
I should have brought
It's
you some.
delicious.
I
Wow.
keep it at my house
Okay.
now.
Next.
Your-
She say next.
Your turn.
3. She say next.
What did I say? Hot spot?
No, she's gonna
Oh, you say
I'm
that.
answer this one, I guess. Yeah.
Okay.
When it come up. Number 3, hot on the spot. What state are you and why? Oh,
Oh, that's for you to answer?
that's for me to
Oh, okay.
answer.
Oh, okay.
What state am I? I was gonna say Illinois because I was like the show me state.
Oh, okay. Oh,
be. No,
okay.
you ain't. She's a wire all out there by herself.
And you know know what? I was getting ready to say that.
Were you really?
I really was getting ready to say Hawaii.
Oh my!
But not because the
I
reasons
love.
he
I
said.
want to go there. Oh right.
Not his reasons, though.
Right.
Give me number 3. Two. Mm-hmm. Wait for it to turn. Okay. Okay. What is your favorite? Hold on spot. What is your favorite cartoon? Past or present? I say this a couple of weeks ago.
Go ahead on.
Johnny Quest.
Johnny Quest.
Johnny Quest.
And do we have one more or that's it? One more? So is that number for everybody?
That's fun.
Okay. She said that's fun. Okay, we ready?
Just choose one. Choose one.
Because I don't remember the numbers left. 1, 3. I don't remember what it was.
It's gonna turn. There it is.
Okay, there you go. That's for you,
Hot on the
Tommy.
spot.
Oh, it is?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Road trip from LA to Miami for 2 weeks, but it cannot be a spouse, friend, or sibling.
So I guess then who would you take with you?
It can't be a spouse, friend, or sibling? Oh. My grandbabies. All of them. My grands and my greats.
My daughters ain't time to update them questions.
Speaking of daughter, I want to say hello to Cookie, my oldest daughter.
So one more time before we go, tell people where they can find your music at.
Okay. They can purchase the music at all of your digital outlets like iTunes, CD Baby, Google Play, and Amazon.
And you're going to be at the State Fair.
October the 11th,
And Sunday you're gonna be.
I'll be at Hamilton Park First Baptist of Hamilton Park.
All right.
Yes.
Well, it's been
And then November 2nd and 3rd at the Black Academy of Arts and Letters.
yeah, you got to send us that so we can remember
Okay, it's on
that.
Facebook.
Okay. Well, good.
Myself and my sister Cece Gabo.
Okay. Well, it's been an honor and a
Oh,
pleasure
the honor's
to
been
talk
all
with
mine.
you.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Thank you, Kevin.
Great
I've
interview.
enjoyed it very much.
And we look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you. I look forward to that. Thank you.
Yes.
I've enjoyed myself.
So next, the third Thursday, the third Tuesday this month, we'll be having Mr. J.J. McClinton on the show.
Yeah, it's gonna teach you about the responsibility of firearms, so that we can stop killing each other.
My God.
Until
Help us,
then,
Lord.
get ready to vote. October the 22nd, get out there and vote like your life depends on it.
That's right.
With that being said, let's get out of here.
So long, everybody.
Have a great time.
Bye.
Love you.